Hi everyone, welcome back to English Unleashed. I'm Tom.
And I'm Sarah. In today's episode, we will teach you 70 essential English sentences you can use in real everyday conversations.
At home, at work, at the shop, on the street, on plat, you name it.
We'll go through them in different situations. Greetings, shopping, eating out, emergencies, and more.
We will tell you the sentence and what it means, and we will give you a real-life situation where you can actually use it.
Let's get started.
All right, let's start with social openers and everyday greetings.
The first one is small world, isn't it?
The meaning is, it's surprising that we ran into each other in such an unexpected place.
This is an English expression used when you see someone unexpectedly, especially somewhere far from where you'd normally expect to see them.
For example, you might say this if you bump into a former colleague at an airport abroad, or meet someone at a cafe who turns out to know your cousin.
It often comes with a smile and a sense of shared coincidence, doesn't
Yeah.
it? A moment where you both feel like the world just got a little smaller. What have you been up to lately? The meaning is, what's new in your life?
It's a warmer, more personal version of, how are you? And it invites the other person to share actual updates.
It can lead to a deeper conversation. You'd use this with someone you haven't seen in a few weeks or months.
An old classmate, a coworker on another team, or a friend you lost touch with.
Here's the next one. It's been ages.
The meaning is, we haven't seen each other in a very long time.
This one expresses both surprise and a little bit of guilt. You might say it with a laugh, or even a hint of embarrassment.
It's casual, familiar, and full of friendly nostalgia.
Here's the next one. You're looking well.
This means you look healthy and happy.
This is a safe and polite compliment that doesn't focus on someone's weight, clothes, or appearance in a shallow way.
It's a little bit more mature than you look great.
This means, how are things in my life or work these days?
It's ideal when you're trying to keep communication warm but respectful flows with a colleague, mentor, or client.
Here's the next one. Can't complain, really.
This means, I'm doing fine, but not amazing, but there's nothing bad to report.
This is a humble, low-key way to say you're okay. It often implies that life is stable, even if a little boring.
People say this to avoid sounding overly negative or overly positive.
Yeah.
But it's somewhere in the middle.
Here's the next one.
Same old, same old.
This means nothing new is happening. Things are as usual.
This is said with a sigh or a smile, and this gives off a sense of routine. It's a very common way to say, my life hasn't changed much.
Usually in response to what's new. It could mean things are fine or that you're kind of stuck in a routine. It depends on the tone.
And here's the next one. Been keeping busy?
This means, have you been doing a lot lately?
This is a polite question when you're no sure what the other person has been doing. It's casual and non-invasive.
This means it was great talking to you and reconnecting.
You can say this as a closing remark after a short reunion or conversation, maybe after coffee with a friend you haven't seen in a while.
It's warm, appreciative, and signals that you enjoyed the interaction.
And here is the final one for this part.
Drop me a message sometime.
This means feel free to text or call me. I'd like to hear from you.
This is casual and leaves the ball in the other person's court. It's friendly but not pushy, great after a short reunion where you want to stay in touch but you're not sure if you'll make plans soon.
Okay, now we move on to part 2, shopping and services.
Here is the first one. Could you tell me more about this one?
What's the one? This means, can you give me more details about this item?
This is a polite and curious way to engage a salesperson. Imagine you're in a tech store, looking at 2 different headphones.
Instead of just saying, what is this? You can say, could you tell me more about this one?
It makes you sound thoughtful and open to discussion.
Here is the next essential sentence. Is there a warranty included?
So,
This means, does this come with a guarantee in case it breaks?
It's essential when buying electronics, home appliances, or anything expensive. You're making sure the seller takes responsibility if something goes wrong.
Here is the next one. Do you offer any discounts?
This means, can I get this for a lower price?
And this is a tactful way to bring up money without sounding cheap.
And here is the next one. Can I try this on?
So, this means, may I wear this to see if it fits?
Very useful when shopping for clothes, shoes, or accessories. You'd say it before heading to a fitting room.
And here's the next one. That's a bit outside my budget.
This means, that's more than I can afford.
This is a softer way to say, too expensive. It gives the seller a chance to offer alternatives or a better price.
And here's the next one. Let me think about it.
This means, I'm not ready to decide right now.
This phrase buys you time. You're saying no, not no, for now, asking, without shutting the door.
It's a polite way to exit when you feel pressured.
And here's the next one. I'll come back for it later.
So this means, I might return to buy this.
You may or may not actually return, and that's okay. This phrase lets you walk away without awkwardness. Great when you're browsing or unsure.
Here is the next one. Do you have this in a different color?
Do you have this in a different color?
So the meaning, is this available in other colors?
You can use this if you like the item but not the color or design. It's common in clothing, shoes, or even electronics.
All right, here is the next one.
Can I return this if it doesn't fit?
So the meaning is it possible to bring this back if it's not right?
Always ask this before buying clothes or shoes, especially if you're unsure. Return policies vary. Some shops accept returns
And here is the final one for this part. I think I'll leave it, thanks.
I
think I'll leave it, thanks. So, this means I've decided not to buy it.
This is a graceful way to say no. It's short, polite, and makes sure no one feels awkward, Refid, whether you're in a market, a boutique, or a high-end store.
Now, let's move on to part 3, cafes and restaurants.
Here is the first one. Could we get a table by the window, if possible?
Yeah. So, this means, can we sit near the window?
This is a polite way to request a specific seat.
And here is the next one. I'll have the grilled salmon, please.
So this means, I'd like to order the grilled salmon.
This is the standard and natural way to order food. You can swap in anything. I'll have the pasta, or I'll have a cappuccino.
Here is the next one. Would you mind giving us a few more minutes?
This means, can you come back later for our order?
This is a gentle way to say, we're not ready to order yet. It's great when you need more time to decide.
And this is the next one. Could we get this to go?
This means, can we take this food with us?
It's perfect when you've eaten part of a meal and want to take the rest home.
And here's the next one. Excuse me, Pat, I think this isn't what I ordered.
This means, there's a mistake with my order.
Use this calmly and respectfully when your food arrives and it's not what you asked for.
And the next one. Is service included?
This means, does the bill include the tip?
Is service included?
This is a smart question when traveling, especially in Europe. Some restaurants automatically include a service charge while others don't.
You don't want to tip twice or skip it accidentally.
Here is the next one. Could I see the wine list, please?
And this means, can I have the menu for wines?
Here is another one. I have a food allergy, Bae. Does this contain nuts?
This means, I'm allergic. Is there any nut in this?
This sentence is critical if you have allergies or dietary restrictions. Restaurants need to take this seriously, and they will.
You can also substitute with gluten, dairy, or shellfish.
Oh, God.
And here is the next useful sentence. Everything was fantastic, all thing. Thank you.
This means, I really enjoyed the food and experience.
A lovely way to express gratitude to the staff or chef, especially after a good meal.
Here is the next one. Can we get separate checks?
This means, can we pay individually?
Yes. This is very common when eating out with friends or coworkers.
Okay, now we move on to sentences related to workplace and professional settings.
The first one is,
Yeah.
let's touch base later this week.
This means,
let's have a quick chat or follow up soon.
This is a classic office phrase, especially in English-speaking business cultures. It's informal, but professional.
You'd use it to suggest reconnecting for updates. It implies, let's not forget to check in.
Here is the next one. Could you clarify what you meant by that?
This means, can you explain that idea more clearly?
This sentence helps you stay engaged in meetings or emails without sounding confrontational. It shows you're listening and want to fully understand.
Here is the next one. I want to confirm the time of our meeting.
This means, I want to confirm the time of our meeting. It's common in business communication.
And here is the next one. I'm afraid I won't be able to make it.
This means, I can't attend. This phrase is formal, but
Kind. You're expressing regret, not just absence.
And here is the next one. Would it be possible to reschedule?
This means, can we change the time?
This is a respectful way to suggest moving a meeting or appointment.
And here is the next useful sentence. Let me loop you in on this email.
This means, I'm adding you to the email thread, so you're informed.
This is used when you want someone to be aware of ongoing communication.
And this one is useful in meetings.
That's a great point, Savway.
I hadn't thought of it that way.
This means, I agree, and your perspective is new to me.
Saying this shows humility and open-mindedness. You're validating someone else's contribution and inviting further discussion.
And here is the next one. Let's table that for now.
This means, let's pause the topic and maybe return to it later.
Here is the next one. I'm happy to take the lead on this.
This means, I'll be responsible for this project or task. Saying this shows initiative and confidence. It positions you as proactive and reliable.
And here is the final one for this part. Let me get back to you on that.
This means, I don't know right now, but I'll find out and tell you.
Let me get back to you on that.
This is much better than guessing or giving a wrong answer. It keeps the conversation moving while buying time.
It's commonly used when you need to check details with someone else or gather more information.
Okay, now we move on to part 5, making plans and social arrangements.
The first one is,
How?
Are you free this weekend?
It's Ian. So, this means, do you have any plans this weekend?
And that brings us to the end of today's real, natural English sentences that will help you sound polite, confident, and connected in all kinds of situations.